perfect.
For 6 frigid hours, Patel lay trapped in the hole while more than 100 volunteers searched the town. He was found just before 10:30 Friday night.
I was a little bit closer to that tree when I heard him.
And what did he say? What did you hear?
Could you help me? Could somebody please help me?
How quickly were you able to find?
Well, I didn't even have a flashlight, so it was just I was talking to him, he was talking to me, and I was listening to him, and just worked in on it.
He guided you in?
Yeah, basically.
The boy then told detectives about Hires, who police say has been in trouble before.
He was arrested here in 1989 for a disorderly persons offense, and I believe 2 years ago he was arrested for armed hold-up and robbery in Long Branch, and he was just out on parole.
In Keyport, New Jersey, J.D. Depper, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
We're going to go back now to our lead story about possible changes in Social Security benefits. As we told you earlier, many lawmakers are already voicing concerns about any possible plan to touch the politically sacred benefits.
That's a real blow. You want to know how many more million people you want in poverty doing something like that.
What a death wish, political death wish.
That's a death wish, and let's get it out of the way and forget it right now.
With word leaking out today that the Clinton administration is reportedly looking at proposals to target Social Security benefits with a freeze on cost of living increases or additional taxes, bipartisan opposition sounded immediately. Some lawmakers saying it's the wrong way to cut the deficit.
Instead of really concentrating on reducing spending, there's been a myriad of proposals on tax increases, and now we want Social Security recipients to bear 10% of the burden on reducing the budget deficit. That's unacceptable.
But one powerful Republican said that the president and Congress have few choices.
And if you're going to have meaningful deficit reduction, we're going to have to either do what he's suggesting, some kind of a freeze, or maybe taxing benefits more.
More than 30 million people receive Social Security checks, making senior citizens one of the most politically powerful groups. Some in Congress say the administration is in for a tough fight.
Sometimes they issue these trial balloons because they want to get people's responses, and I suspect tomorrow morning phones are going to be ringing off the hook throughout the country about this.
As for those who would be affected by the proposal, reaction was mixed.
There are people who can give up that little bit of money, and they don't want to.
I would miss it very much, no matter what the cut might be.
Well, the nation's governors are meeting in Washington, and you can bet that subject is going to come up with the president tomorrow.
It's going to be more than a political hot potato,
You
I
bet.
think. Yeah. Well, coming up next, a call to action over cable rate hikes. We're going to be telling you what a New York councilman wants to do.
Plus, a reminder to commuters driving into New York tomorrow, don't forget to bring some extra cash. We'll explain.
And inside the World Lubavitch headquarters in Brooklyn, thousands of Hasidic Jews wait for the Messiah. We will tell you what happened.
If you're looking for rates as low as this and quick approval on a home equity credit line account, listen to Bud Bash.
When you need a second mortgage, there's only one phrase you need to hear.
Mr. Anderson, your loan was approved.
Call the Personal Mortgage Corporation at 1-800-DIAL-PMC. No weeks of waiting, no application fees. You'll get an answer in 24 hours. Don't worry if others have turned you down. Call 1-800-DIAL-PMC, Personal Mortgage Corporation. When it comes to second mortgages, we approve.
Always on the run, but for the wrong reasons? You just can't seem to wake up on time. Well, there's a solution to your dilemma, and it's called 540-TIME, New York's best wake-up service. Dial 540-8463 now and receive your own hotel-style wake-up call. For only $1.75 plus possible toll, you'll have the advantage of a reliable computerized wake-up service at your fingertips. Anytime, all the time. Be on time with 540-TIME.
Your teeth aren't flat, are they? Of course not. If they were, a flat brush would be ideal. But since your teeth are shaped like this, we designed our brush like this. Introducing Crest Complete. Your dentist uses special instruments that get between teeth. Crest Complete gets between too, up to 37% farther than the leading flat bristle brush. So to help maintain a dentist clean at home, get new Crest Complete. Only Crest could make a brush this complete.
JT's is the place to be in '93, featuring our live a cappella doo-wop extravaganza. Thursdays are free lobster dinner nights with tabs exceeding $15 per person. JT's, where the choice is yours. Saturday and Sunday are your nights to kick back and lounge and enjoy our oldies but goodies.
It's magic. Moment.
Salisbury, Maryland, the hungry are being fed. In Wind Falls, Indiana, a man who learned to read at 47 is making sure others learn earlier. Every day, someone in America is doing something to light up another life. But there is so much more to do. The light to do it is within us all. We only need to share it. Call the Points of Light Foundation. Do something good. Feel something real.
Tonight, some are calling him the Messiah, while others say it is too early to tell. The Lubavitcher movement of the Hasidic Jews is deeply divided over whether or not their Grand Rebbe is, in fact, the Messiah. And tonight, thousands of Lubavitchers gathered on Eastern Parkway and through a worldwide television satellite hookup, which included London, Paris, Tel Aviv, Moscow, Hong Kong, Sydney, and Melbourne. They celebrated an important event. This was the 43rd anniversary of Rebbe Menachem Schneerson's leadership of this ultra-Orthodox sect. Many believed that this would be the night that he would be revealed as the Messiah. Thousands sang and chanted on the floor of the synagogue. Dressed in traditional black hats, black coats, and white shirts, they waited for a sign from Schneerson. Their 90-year-old leader was partially paralyzed by a stroke last year. He is unable to speak, and he communicates with his followers with a nod of his head. Some say he is the Messiah, but that is not the official word from the sect.
Those masters of Jews who unfortunately find this as a revelation of sorts is only because that they haven't had, unfortunately, the proper Jewish educational background.
But others say they have no doubt, and that it is only a matter of time until Schneerson is revealed as the Messiah and will unite all Jews in Israel and rebuild the third temple there. Before Schneerson had his stroke, he preached the coming of the Messiah was at hand, but he never claimed he was the Messiah. As for those who thought he would tonight,
I would assess that as being a very uplifting experience, and if there was any disappointment that you're alluding to, it was only because irresponsible people did irresponsible things prior to tonight's appearance of the Rebbe.
And in Israel, where the Lubavitchers also talk about Schneerson as the Messiah, they have even put up billboards asking him to reveal himself. Sarah?
Harry, if you're a cable TV subscriber in certain areas around New York, you have probably noticed your bills just seem to keep going up. Well, it is not your imagination. A new city study says customers are routinely hit with huge rate hikes. And tonight, New York City Councilman Anthony Weiner is calling for a cable rate cap. Weiner's new study shows the biggest increases over the past 2 years were CATV in the Bronx with a more than 100% jump. Paragon Cable in Westchester raised rates by 43%, and Westchester subscribers to Cablevision paid about 40% more. And you're going to be laying out more money for some metro area bridge and tunnel tolls. Earlier today, the new rate was posted at the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. It's also $3 now at the Queens Midtown Tunnel, the Triborough, Bronx, Whitestone, and Throgs Neck bridges. It's up to $1.50 at the Henry Hudson and Marine Parkway tolls and the Cross Bay Bridge. At the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, it's a one-time charge of $6. Ouch.
Ouch is right. Coming up next in sports, Super Bowl 27, an action-packed blowout filled with fumbles and turnovers and forced errors. We will have the highlights and also the new champs.
And
I was going through some brokerage confirmations, and bang, it hit me.
This has got to stop.
These trades were my idea. I made the decisions, and yet I still paid all this commission.
Active investors can come to Fidelity Investments, America's largest mutual fund company, for discount brokerage and save up to 76% on stock commissions. Call for everything you need to start, plus this free excerpt from the bestseller One Up on Wall Street. Call 1-800-542-4300.
For years, something stopped me from buying Dawn. This, a piece of fruit, stood between me and the best way to clean grease. But I'm a lemonette, just love the smell. So I gotta have a lemon liquid. But there wasn't any lemon Dawn.
Until now. Introducing Lemon Scent Dawn. New Lemon Scent Dawn breaks up grease, takes it away, and helps keep it away.
Lemon, Dawn, now we're talking.
New Lemon Scent Dawn takes grease out of your way.
They're street smart.
I've been shot.
Tough.
I was in a gang when I was 8.
And very dangerous.
So I'm going to use my blade.
Why have these girls turned to a life of violence?
When I had to beat somebody up, I used to make believe that person was my stepfather.
They're not the girls next door, but our children gone bad.
I don't have a conscience. I could care less.
In a special report, Eyewitness News reporter Sarah Wallace reveals the chilling stories of these young women turned bad girls. Wednesday on Eyewitness News at 5, right here on Channel 7.
These people have banded together on a mission to keep this couple apart.
He handcuffed me to the bumper of my car.
It was more that we're screwing around having fun.
Her friends say
he judges Lisa as if her makeup looks pretty, if she looks heavy in an outfit.
His friends say
Lisa says to me, I wonder what you kiss like.
But everyone agrees on one thing.
They bring the worst out in each other.
When your friends all say, you should break up on the next Oprah. Monday at 4, followed by Eyewitness News here on Channel 7.
A heart transplant costs about $92,000. A pair of lungs, $135,000. And a kidney, $40,000. But no amount of money can replace your eyes. Thanks to research and programs sponsored by the National Society to Prevent Blindness, more than 90,000 people are saved from sight loss each year. To help us increase that number, call 1-800-331-2020. With your help, we make miracles.
By this time, you know, or you should, that this is Super Bowl Sunday. President Clinton and the nation's governors were among the more than 750 million people around the world who watched the Dallas Cowboys ride all over the Buffalo Bills. New York's Mario Cuomo and Ann Richards of Texas were seated on either side of the president, so he refused to pick a favorite. Mr. Clinton says he has enough tough decisions to make.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, a lot of tough decisions made out on the field, but a record set with this Super Bowl?
Highest scoring Super Bowl ever, and it was mostly on one side. Okay, moms, it's okay to let your babies grow up to be cowboys, as long as they play like the ones in the Super Bowl did tonight. Total Dallas domination as the Buffalo Bills lose a record third straight Super Bowl. All you need to know is a record 9 Buffalo turnovers. The score follows right along. Cowboys win 52-17. Now on his third trip to this Super Bowl, third in a row, well, Mark, leaving the Bills look fired up and confident, and they caught the first break. Cowboys' Mike Saxon has his punt blocked by Steve Tasker. Bills got it and were in great shape. They capped the drive with Thurman Thomas. He just gets into the end zone here. It was 7-0 for Buffalo. But not for long. Jim Kelly had an awful game, and it begins with turnover number 1. This bad pass. It's intercepted by James Washington. The Cowboys got the ball, and Troy Aikman knew what to do with it. The start of a great day for him. Perfect pass here to Jay Novacek, and the game was tied at 7 apiece. But the nightmare for Mr. Kelly was just beginning. Late in the first college football and the Super Bowl, and yes, you can mess up this guy's hair. Call them America's team again. The Dallas Cowboys, Super Bowl 27.
As you relish being the best, as much as you relish that, as good as it feels, the best thing that you've got and what you'll have the rest of your life is the love that you've got for one another.
It's a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. I mean, because to be a good enough football team to get here 3 consecutive times and not win it once, to be honest, it's just a crying shame.
I'm going to Disney World. I'm going to Disney World. I'm going to Disneyland. I'm going to Disneyland. I'm going to Disney World. I'm going to Disney World. All right.
One of the takes had to work, a preview for tomorrow's commercial, and college basketball. Certainly wasn't a Super Sunday for Seton Hall either. It never is when they travel to Syracuse. Count is now 0 for 13 under the Carrier Dome. The Hall misses out on a chance for the top spot in the Big East. And PJ has to be a bit perplexed about the way his team's playing right now. But Bobby Hurley, Danny's little brother Bobby, came to play. The bomb, Hurley a career-high 17. The Orangemen got the lead when Don Wallace got this one to go. Jim Boeheim had the lead, but not satisfied, only up 6 at the half, and the Orangemen blow it open after the intermission. Off of the steal here, Lawrence Moten will take it to the hole with authority, and it was Mr. Moten who was the difference. Here's why they call him Poetry and Moten. 15 of his 21 in the second half, and yes, Lawrence, you've got a reason to smile. Then it's Moten. He'll be on the passing end this time. He'll fire it to Conrad McRae, finishes it off, 76-67. Oh, Syracuse really belts it to Seton Hall this time. Leaves St. John's alone in first place in the Big East. Now there's Iowa. They tried for the knockout on 5th-ranked Michigan, especially James Voskuhl. Caught the elbow in the chops, and Voskuhl was out for a few minutes, but left under his own power. The power that belonged to the Wolverines. Chris Webber gets it down low. Game was tied at 67, but Val Barnes, a big day for Iowa. Barnes, 27. This pair puts the Hawkeyes ahead for good. 88-80, they upset 5th-ranked Michigan. And in golf, Lee Jansen wins the Phoenix Open today, and then there's Arnold Palmer. The big winner of the Senior Skins game defends his title, a two-day total of $450,000. And the way Arnie's Army is reacting, you'd think Arnie was going to share all the money with the Army. Nearly $500,000. That'll do it in sports. I'm Mark Stevens.
And we should point out that you called today's right.
Yes, I did, by more than a touchdown. But I didn't think by that much.
No, nobody did, I don't think. Thanks,
all right,
Mark.
Thanks.
When we come back, some very cold surprises coming our way in the weather department.
That's right, Sam Champion has the exclusive AccuWeather forecast coming up next.
Wake up. Call 540-WAKE. Get out of bed and get ahead. Use your touch-tone phone. Call 540-WAKE. We're the wake-up that works. So why worry? Don't ever be late again. Call 540-WAKE. Do it now. Only $2 per call. Depend on us. Call 540-WAKE and wake up right. Wake up bright. Wake up to us tomorrow. Call 540-WAKE.
Discover the distinction of excellence at Greco Mazda. Throughout the years, Greco Mazda has been serving northern New Jersey with quality automobiles at affordable pricing. So whether you're buying or leasing, Greco Mazda will satisfy all your transportation needs. How do I know so much about Greco Mazda? I'm Deborah Greco, and this is my father, Jim.
Our family's name and reputation go on every car we deliver.
Discover the distinction of excellence at Greco Mazda, Route 46, Rockaway, New Jersey.
They're street smart,
I've been shot.
tough,
I was in a gang when I was 8.
and very dangerous.
So I'm going to use my blade.
Why have these girls turned to a life of violence?
When I had to beat somebody up, I used to make believe that person was my stepfather.
They're not the girls next door, but our children gone bad.
I don't have a conscience. I could care less.
In a special report, Eyewitness News reporter Sarah Wallace reveals the chilling stories of these young women turned bad girls. Wednesday on Eyewitness News at 5, right here on Channel 7.
I'm Naomi Judd. Hepatitis viruses, and there are many of them, can silently attack your liver and even threaten your life.
Hi, I'm Dan Reeves. Drugs and alcohol can cause serious liver damage without warning.
Hi, I'm Surgeon General Novello. Many liver diseases can be prevented. Learn how to take care of yourselves and your liver. Call the American Liver Foundation at 1-800-223-0179.
Karen, hitting is wrong. You're bigger, you're stronger, you take time out, and you don't hit. Do you understand?
Take time out. Don't take it out on your child.
Some brutally cold weather on the way. Sam Champion in the AccuWeather forecast. Sam?
Looks like wind chills will go well below zero tomorrow. Right now, 44 degrees. Southwest winds at 10 miles per hour. 46-31 the split. We'll show you early in the morning. These are the actual numbers we're talking about. But about 7 o'clock in the morning, an Arctic blast of air wedges its way in here, and you will really notice it. Gusty winds, 10 to 25 miles per hour. Wind chills at this time at about 7 o'clock in the morning, already near zero, even though the real temperature about 34. North and west, 25, 27 degrees. Out toward the island, 34 degrees. Temperature falls all day long from that 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning point. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, actual temperature is 25. Wind chills will be well below zero. We mean 10 to 15 degrees below zero. That's the way the air will feel on your skin when you're outside. It's a bitter blast of cold air, and it stays with us for a while. By tomorrow night, actual number going down to about 15 degrees, could be lower than that, could be about 10 degrees. So as you leave tomorrow, know that you've really got to bundle up, even though it might feel okay when you walk out the doors and the kids out to school. Know that it's really going to be uncomfortably cold by afternoon when you're coming home. Again, here's the 4 o'clock hit for the numbers. Really no high numbers tomorrow. They're falling all day long. 25 by 4, 25 to 26 on the island, already in the teens north and west of the city. The more important number here, wind chills below zero all day long tomorrow. 34 degrees, mostly cloudy and flurries. 7 o'clock in the morning for the rest of the day. Well, you got it. Mixed skies, windy and colder. Again, there's the number by 4 o'clock, 25 degrees. That number's dropping all day long. 5-day plan shows you that Tuesday, the high is 28. Remember the low between those two numbers, 10, 15 degrees. So tomorrow night is even colder than it will be early tomorrow morning.
Good night to stay home.
Stay in if
you can. Nasty stuff. Thank you very much, Sam. And that's the news for now. For Sarah Wallace, Mark Stevens, Sam Champion, and the rest of the Eyewitness News team, I'm Harry Martin. Have a good night.
Good night.